Welcome to this new and special edition of the Queer God Squad. We are the coolest pastors you will ever meet.
Faith and religion can be complicated for the LGBTQ+ community. Surveys show that evangelical faith is the justification for the greatest attacks on the LGBTQ+ community.
So, the Queer God Squad is going to explore our religious community. Explore the big news of the day and what it means to you.
And we are going to explore if we can find some places that can help heal the pain and hurt that religion can be responsible for. We know you are going to find some hope, peace, and fun in our conversation.
It's 3 p.m. and the Queer God Squad is broadcasting daily.
This is live, and we are available on demand.
We are available on all smart televisions, including Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, Amazon Fire TV, YouTube, and Facebook.
In the entire world, nothing like this has ever existed for the LGBTQ+ community before.
I am Reverend Dr. Darrell Watkins, the senior minister here at Sunshine Cathedral.
I am Rabbi Noah Kitty, recently retired from Congregation Eitz Chaim.
I am Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, the Minister of Connections here at Sunshine Cathedral.
I am Reverend Kevin Tisdall, the Minister of Education at Sunshine Cathedral.
Radical GOP and evangelicals have launched a culture war on our LGBTQ+ community. They want to push you back in the closet. We're not going.
At Sunshine Cathedral, we are here to tell you that you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Our commitment in partnering with Happening Out Television and Queer News Tonight is to give the LGBTQ+ faith community this voice for change, for hope that you are not alone.
Happening Out Television Network is a 501c3 nonprofit media platform in the television and radio model of NPR and PBS. The Queer God Squad is one of the largest LGBTQ+ media companies in America, Hotspots Magazine and Happening Out Television Network.
Our mission is to support the 10 pillars of the LGBTQ+ community, including the Black community, Latino, lesbian and queer women, trans, students and youth, seniors, HIV/AIDS healthcare, social justice, business, and our 10th pillar is faith. Help us support our LGBTQ+ community.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. Federal court rules Texas business can deny LGBTQ+ people jobs over religious beliefs. As the Federal Appeals Court has ruled, a federal agency cannot force a Texas-based conservative Christian business to comply with policies banning discrimination against LGBTQ+ employees or job applicants. The decision by a panel of the Fifth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals said the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity, EEOC, cannot deny the Texas-based Braidwood Management an exemption from anti-discrimination policies designed to protect LGBTQ+ people from discrimination under Title VII of the Federal Civil Rights Act. As per the recent ruling, Braidwood is owned by Stephen Holtz and is entitled to the exemption under the Religious Freedom Restoration Act of 1993. The EEOC, according to the court, could further its interest by propagating guidance that provides framework for employers like Braidwood that oppose homosexual or transgender behavior on religious grounds to obtain an exemption. It is unclear whether the EEOC would appeal further. The Supreme Court ruled in 2020 that Title VII protects gay, lesbian, and transgender people from discrimination in employment. But Justice Neil Gorsuch writing for the majority in that 6-3 ruling, had left open the possibility that employers who have religious objections to employing LGBTQ plus people also might be able to raise these claims in different cases. Oh my goodness. 6-3, 6-3, 6-3. That's what we're going to hear more and more often from this court. And they keep bending themselves like pretzels to get to the desired result that they want. We saw the court over the past couple of weeks rule in so many different ways against civil rights. And that's the part that's really beginning to get under my skin. We talk often about how certain rights are unalienable, and then the court turns around and says, well, you know, if there is a religious reason, maybe we should look at it. I can come up with a lot of religious reasons for almost everything that I do. Does that make them any more valid than an individual's right to do what is best for themselves, to marry who they want, to have autonomy over their own body, to be able to speak with clarity about love and justice? And this court seems to be saying that while you may watch The Handmaid's Tale, just look out because it's coming around the corner right here in this country for real.
To be a protected class, to have a protected status, if there are exemptions to the protections, then you're not protected.
Yeah.
Like, what is an exemption to protection? And like, you are a person and you are a citizen and you have rights. You have the right to liberty and the right to pursue happiness and equal protection under the law, unless my God hates you.
Whoa.
And then my God that I can't even prove exists, my God who didn't write any text, but I pretend that human written texts were somehow dictated by, whatever. Like, this God that I can't prove, these texts that nobody, they don't even know extant copies exist. The hand copy that was first written down doesn't exist. And so these ancient copies of language we don't speak, of cultures we don't have any idea about, say, we pretend that's God saying, we pretend we understand, and based on and we're entitled to all of that. Oh, I can pray to a rock, I can think that my mother is a bird, we're entitled to anything. But now we've got laws based on, because my God says gays are bad, and so now I don't have to serve you in my business that is open to the public. Because even though you're protected and we have a constitution, we also have these exemptions, because as long as your religion is hateful, your safety and your dignity are in question. Who feels good about this?
They do.
Yeah.
They feel really fine about it.
All right.
But I think there are several issues actually on the table, because on the one hand, let's say the business was yours, and let's say someone from the KKK came in and said, I love me some Nazi symbols and I want them all over the invitations. Thank you very much. You want to be able to say, this really isn't my thing, but the print shop down the block, they would be happy to help y'all out. Because we want the ability to say no. And I think a lot of what's going on is the ability to say no. Now, it puts us all in an awkward position, but for me, one response would be, okay, whatever business you are, I and 6 of my friends are going to open the same business next door to you. Thank you. Or, there's not that there is, but there's a lack of LGBTQ plus friendly website developers. So that's a new industry for us to develop for our own community. In other words, yes, push back against ugliness. But just don't stop there. Create your own institutions. Create your own businesses. Stop relying on people who hate you. Because they're not going to change. They're not going to have their own revelation and say, oh, I was wrong. My deeply held belief, I'm just going to toss that out the window and embrace yours. Like, that's not going to happen.
No, I was just going to say, it seems like, we've said this before, we take several steps forward and then a whole lot of steps back, and it just keeps going back and it keeps going back. And when I was hearing Reverend Kevin read that story, what popped into my head, the images, things that I had seen, no Irish need apply. Mm-hmm. No, well, I will say no people of color need to apply, that kind of thing. And that's where we're going. That's where we're going. We have taken this huge step backwards, identifying people and discriminating based on this one qualifier. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the thing is, we don't serve your kind here.
Yeah.
From those old Western movies or whatever.
Yep,
we don't serve your kind here. That's what I hear in all of this.
Yep.
And what they have consistently done is they have tried to, because if someone brought me swastikas, I'd be like, no, that's a hate symbol, that's violent, we can't do that. We're not denying you as a person. Mm-hmm. We're saying we're not gonna do this thing that's mean. And if you started, well, we're here for the axe murderers union, and we need a letterhead. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I'm comfortable, creating a letter for the axe murderers union. I know, but still, your humanity isn't in question. They are trying to reduce my marriage, my life, my family, my love, my ontology, my understanding of myself, my humanity to a thing you do.
Right.
Like axe murderers or waving nasty flags or whatever. So yeah, we don't like what you do. And so we're opposing that just like we would the axe murderers union. No, if I am celibate till the day I die, and I'm married, so chances are.
Maybe not quite so celibate, yeah.
Wow.
But I'm saying, I'm gay. Like, gay is not what I do.
Yeah.
During the celibate periods of my life, I was gay. During the anything but celibate periods of my life, I was gay. During the monogamous periods, I'm gay. Gay is what I am.
Right.
And so you are reducing my humanity to an activity that you're assuming. You don't know what I do when I'm not in your presence. Right. So you're reducing it to an assumption and then judging me on an assumption that you've made. And this you have an out for that. As long as you say that's what God wants you to do, then fine. That still makes my humanity secondary to your prejudice. Mm-hmm. And I hate that.
Yep.
I just hate that. Right. We are excited to tell you that we are going to cruise the Eastern Mediterranean this fall of 2023, and that will include the world's major religious sites for Christians, Jews, and Muslims as we visit Athens and Egypt and Israel and Ephesus on our 3 continents cruise. And you can find out more and reserve your space at happeningout.travel/sunshine.
Would you like to join the Queer God Squad on a special winter cruise in 2024? Well, now you can. You will visit Cozumel, Mexico, Grand Cayman, and Ocho Rio. And you can even add an open bar and Wi-Fi. Join us by going to happeningout.travel/sunshine.
And that's today with the Queer God Squad. We want to thank you for joining us. We are here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to talk about what our LGBTQ+ community is talking about.